Kids, this is my vlog for May the 24th, 2012, and how are you? Usually my house is rather quiet, and my routine has been even more quiet these last several months. I have very little traffic that moves in front of my house. I have a couple neighbors that walk their dogs. Um, I get the occasional, drug dealer or, um, crackhead out looking for whatever down the street, blah, blah, blah. But pretty much I'm off the beaten path. I have a few friends that drive by occasionally to or from, work that'll honk. But most of the time I don't stay outside because I'm very photosensitive with my new medications. But every day, unless it's like pouring rain, at some point I go outside and I change the water in the bird bath so there's no mosquitoes and feed the squirrels and the birds. And it's pretty much a regular thing. Now, since we've been in a severe drought, I also occasionally have to go outside and water some of the vegetation that just can't take extended months without water. So I provide them with some water from a hose. It's not a particularly complicated thing to do, and it's not anything dangerous that I could hurt myself with. Now, normally, about the only excitement I get is occasionally I will get a honk from one of the neighbors coming up or down the street, and I might see the postal woman come by and give a wave or something like that. That's about the extent of the excitement on my block. And my neighborhood, my street is about half a mile long, which is a pretty long street. And so over the last couple of days, though, suddenly my house has become Grand Central Station, and it's really disturbing me. Yesterday, I was out and I was changing the bird water, the bird bath water, and feeding the squirrels and doing my normal routine. And this Jeep kept driving by with this guy in it. And finally, on his third round, he stopped in front of me and he said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I said, "Well, certainly. What is it?" He says, "Has anybody been by and knocked on your door and asked you if you are interested in some new windows or an estimate or anything like that?" I said, "Well, I do occasionally get people that come by and ask for lots of things, but I don't recall anyone coming by recently asking about windows." Although I said, my mental capacity is that of a gnat. But no, I don't recall anybody. He's like, "Oh, okay, well, thank you, because I pay these people to come knock on doors and solicit, and I'm just checking to see if they're doing their job." I said, "Well," I said, "as far as soliciting goes," I said, "that's kind of my business." I said, "I'm really not in the market for new windows, so you can take me off your solicitation list. However, if you ever need a blowjob," I said, "I give a great head for about $60. And the guy just looked at me totally stunned and didn't know what to say. And here I was standing with my big old lady hat on and my beard, and just looked at him like, and so I said, "So you can I said, and if you make it like Monday through Friday from 10 to 3, sometimes I'll do it for $40. I said, "But it's probably the best you'll get in the whole area. I can guarantee you that." And with that, he said, "Oh," he just went, "Okay." And he drove away. So I figured I would never have to deal with that. So about 6 o'clock in the evening yesterday, I got a door knock. And it was this kid with an iPhone, and he was out to solicit me for windows. And I said, "Oh, I spoke with your boss earlier today. I guess you just now made it here. Did he tell you that I solicit also? I said, but since it's after 4, I said, it'll cost you the full $60. And he looked at me, he's like, what? I said, yeah. I said, you're soliciting for windows, I solicit for blowjobs, $60 a piece. So the kid just kind of kept backing away from the door. I said, now you know. Have a nice day. Close the door. So today I was out feeding my squirrels, changing the water, and today I had to, like every other day, I have to water some of these plants because it really is blisteringly hot and dry, and we've had like no relief for rain. So today I'm out there and I heard this school of fish cackling down the street, and I could hear them walking up the street cackling. And I was out in my front yard in this particular area, and where I could see them a long ways in the distance, and I just kept hearing them blah 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 blah. And there were like 4 or 5 of them, and so as they got closer, I had no interest because I'd seen men drive by in their pickup trucks and slow down and look at them and pay all this attention to them or honk and wave at them. And frankly, I just thought they were a loud, school of cackling hens. And worse, as they got closer, they sounded like 1980s Valley Girls, which was just so out of place in backwoods Florida. I wanted to die. So I turned my back to them and I was watering in front of my bedroom. And I didn't turn around the whole time they walked past my house. I just kept to my business, listening to them. Unbelievable, just utter crap about how they party and dance and do all this stuff. And they were trying to make themselves sound really fun and very appealing. And as they passed my house and they got to like the next house, one of them looked at the others and really loudly said, "Can you believe that guy didn't even turn around and look at us? He must be gay." So I just couldn't hold myself any longer. I burst out laughing. I stood back so they could see me. I said, "Oh, honey, that's right, girlfriend. You got me pegged. You must be a psychic." I said, "By the way, you should walk a little faster because your ass is looking nasty. In that outfit," I said, "honey, get out of Walmart, go to JCPenney's because you look like a mess." And the other girls just all turned around and went. So yeah, my house has now become a social hub. Um, I hope that doesn't last though, because I really don't like engaging with people all that much. But it did add some spice to my life today. So that's all I really have to say. And I have been updating some pretty serious questions. I wish you'd all on Facebook. So I wish you'd all join me on Facebook and weigh in, because I ask questions for a reason, because I really do want to know people's opinions. So have a nice one. We'll talk to you soon.